side, but I wanna waste your time. Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode.
Hi.
Music Mondays. I'm Taylor.
I'm Leah.
Yeah. Today
What did that remind me
we're
of?
talking about Shakey Graves and his 2014 album And the War Came.
And the war came. Okay. Yeah. So tell me about it.
His name is not Shakey Graves. His name is Alejandro Rose Garcia. He's 31 years old, from Austin, Texas. His music combines blues, folk, and rock and roll. You hear more of the rock and roll in his newer stuff, but it's definitely there in his older stuff. He received his stage name at the Old Settlers Music Festival in 2007 after he and his friends jokingly gave each other Indian guide names over a campfire. So that's how he became Shakey Graves.
Shakey Graves.
Yep.
I am so cold. I'm sorry. I'm just like
Pretty nippy in here.
polar blast.
Fun fact, he appeared in an episode of Friday Night Lights and also in Spy Kids. He had a brief stint in acting. And why he chose, I'm sure he didn't choose, why he was in those two things specifically is just I don't understand, because they're two very different things.
I have a confession.
Yeah.
So sometimes I get Shark Boy and Lava Girl mixed up with Spy Kids.
It's rude.
I know. My brain has to work hard to untangle the two.
Evan asked me the other day, he said, "Are you even old enough to remember Spy Kids?"
Evan, you're not old either.
You're 2 years older than us.
I had a guy, did I tell you about the guy? So this, I think it's on the side, this Nintendo sticker, there was this guy, and he saw it, and I knew this person, and he was like a year and a half older than me, maybe 2. He goes, "Wow, an N64 sticker? Are you even old enough to know what that is?" And I was like, "I'm 21. I have one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't remember the 90s, but I was born in them.
Yeah.
So,
Christ. Shakey Graves also won Best Emerging Artist in 2015 at the American Music Awards, the AMAs. And I found him in 2014 after my best friend from high school showed me his audio tree session, which was really cool.
really cool.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's really neat. He plays a lot of instruments at once. He's a one-man band. We talked about, he had on one foot he was playing a tambourine, on the other foot he was playing a drum, he had the harmonica around his neck, and he was playing a guitar and a banjo. He would swap them out for different songs. And he's singing all at the same time.
Jesus.
What did you just do?
Kicked.
Okay.
That's him playing the drum.
Yes.
I'm sorry, anybody. That's probably really loud.
It might be. Everything we always think is really loud is never very loud.
And then people are like, I didn't hear a single thing.
Yeah. By the way, whoever stole my recording "Please Be Quiet" sign, what did you need that for?
A literal piece of printer paper.
It was just, I found the image online and then printed it out and taped it to the door. Why did you need that? I'm upset.
That's the second one we've had stolen.
Yeah, and the first one just said recording in progress. This one says recording in progress, please be quiet.
Yeah.
In,
the first one was written in
Sharpie.
In Sharpie, yeah.
Why do you need that,
Right?
people?
Anyway.
Roughly 1,776,000 monthly listeners on Spotify and roughly 254,000 followers, which is a decent following for a folk artist, I feel.
Yeah.
So I feel like folk isn't...
Not the most popular thing.
No, it's not. And it's people only listen to folk music if they have Sirius XM.
Yeah.
In their vehicle. And usually only on a free trial. And then
Yep.
it's really mostly just that coffee house radio, and they play a lot of Hosier.
Yeah. I listen.
Hosier.
Hosier.
Hosier?
Who's
Hoser?
here?
Is he from
God,
Canada? Perfect.
Okay. my mom had, when she first got her car now, it had the trial. I listened to the alt station, because I'm really cool, and I just I listen to a lot of really out there music, like probably stuff that you've never heard of, like the Arctic Monkeys, and stuff like 1975. These really small unknown bands.
Cage the Elephant.
Yeah,
Black
Cage the Elephant. Yeah, that one song by Black Keys, the only one that anybody knows.
I used to be a big Black Keys fan.
Gold on the ceiling. That's the only Black Keys song that I know.
Oh yeah, their music's really good.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Back to where we were.
This
What's your favorite
album-
song? Oh wait, no,
we haven't talked about the album yet.
I'm sorry.
God. This album's called And the War Came. It's from 2014, so it's roughly 4 years old. And Esme Patterson is heavily featured. She's on 3 of the tracks. She is a previous member of a group called Paperbird. They're a 6-piece folk group from Colorado. It's 6 women singing folk music.
That's my dream.
It's pretty cool. She's on Dearly Departed, Big Time Nashville Star, and Call It Heaven.
Go back. Sorry, we had to share a secret.
Your favorite song is?
I like Hardwired. It's like the little picky guitar, like ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like that at all.
It doesn't sound
obviously.
like a banjo. It's guitar.
But it's like an upbeat song, but also still like chill and relaxing. Like it's not like one of those.
Yeah.
So audio only listeners, I just thrashed hard
She
for
did thrash
a couple
about.
seconds. She thrash about.
My favorite song on this album is Pansy Waltz. It's one of those songs that when it comes on, I just really heavily bop, and I'm like, oh yes, I love this song.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Do you waltz to it?
I don't know how to waltz. So
I don't know how to
no.
waltz either. I don't know how to do much, to be honest.
I don't know how to dance.
Hello, I'm your
If you can't
freestyle
dance
dance
it,
teacher.
open your mind.
I
I like that song.
What song?
If you can't dance it, open your mind.
You can dance if you want to. That's me dancing. Do this. I can scoop.
Scoop. Scooping is the PG version of Millie Rock.
You gotta whoa.
Millie Rock's really aggressive.
Yeah,
Who are
it's
they
like
fighting?
you're about to punch somebody. Like you're karate chopping them, but towards you. So you know how you're not supposed to use a knife towards you?
Yeah.
Well, that's what Millie Rocking is. It's using a knife towards your.
I had to carry a steak knife to a woman because I forgot to put it on her plate yesterday.
Were you
and
just
I was just scared. I was like, well, 'cause it was really busy because there was a game.
Yeah.
And I was working in the bar, and that's where it was busier. And there was just a lot of people, and people standing in my way, in the walkway. And, people get mad when I come through with plates, and I'm like, excuse me, let me through. Quit standing in the aisleways. Just anywhere that you are, don't stand in the aisleway. It's rude.
Don't be around me.
PSA, don't stand in the aisleway. It's rude.
Remember that girl that almost sat on my lap on the bus? I got touched more than I ever need to be touched in my life on the bus right here today.
At one point.
The guy whacked me with his backpack, and then he bent over and had his butt was on me, and I'm just like, I don't.
You squeaked.
I literally, yeah, I did. I was just like,
You went.
this is not what I wanted. I think that's what I said. This is not what I wanted. Not today. Forever.
And then you said,
today. Puberty. Yeah, it was like I hit puberty, but up. Oh man. Should we talk about what we like?
Yeah,
about
what do
this
you like?
whole album? I like he has the raspy singing, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess another artist that he kind of reminds me of is, do you know Dermot Kennedy? A little bit of his vibes,
I suppose.
Just style of singing is kind of similar because he does the also
The raspy scream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like Megan's gonna be mad at me for saying this because she loves Dermot Kennedy. Shakey Graves does it way better. Dermot Kennedy sounds kind of like he's yelling, but
Shakey Graves, he has a lot of power behind his voice. And I feel like people with that rasp tend to stay in that like calmer register.
Mm-hmm.
But his power behind it makes it really unique and really cool.
Yeah. Well, and it's like some people can do that rasp, but like I feel like very few people sound like they actually have control over it.
Yeah.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Megan, I just shat on your man, but it is what it is.
I put that rasp and scream is. And for anyone that is audio only, I'm doing the Italian like kiss hand.
Remember when I said less than 3, greater than 3 52 times? Because I'm an idiot. Oh,
Yeah. I also put I love him with my whole heart and hot.
just hot.
Cause that boy hot. If
He's
you
a
watch,
very beautiful human
you
being.
can't watch his audio tree session and not think that that man is hot.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's hot.
Yeah.
Except he's wearing like a wife beater. And I'm like, interesting style choice.
But also, I'm not mad.
It
really.
works, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Well, and also we were talking about how much, how beautiful the audio tree's set is,
Yeah.
and it's just so warm and cozy.
It's very
kind of
cozy.
like this set. You know, it's almost like it's a little bit worse than ours, but
It's very cozy. And it's just watch any audio tree session, but specifically Shakey Graves.
yeah,
You guys
but
will
it's
like it.
it's good.
I'm confident in the fact that you guys will like it.
Very high production value.
Yeah, it's really
Very
good. I quite like this entire album.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Call It Heaven was another one that I really liked, and I like how it sounds like it was recorded from far away. I guess it's
Yeah.
because it's recorded all the way from heaven, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds like they're standing, like the mic's in the middle of the room and they're both standing like against the walls.
Yeah. But it's cool in a
Yeah.
good way.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't sound far away in a bad way.
It almost sounds old,
Yeah.
and I think that might have been a
Like the whole
Goal.
song was just all recorded just all at once. They didn't do any like multiple tracks. It was
Yeah.
just like one thing.
It's really good. This is the beginning, best track on the album,
Heck
7-second
yeah.
song. It's a good little intro to the album. I suppose.
I like when artists do stuff like that. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's cute. Something I really love, not on this album, but on his next album, which was Shakey Graves and the Horse He Rode In On. Also, parentheses, Nobody's Fool in the Donor Blues EP. It's a two disc.
A-side,
thing.
B-side, boy.
Yeah. And on the second side, on the B side, he did a cover of A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes.
A dream is
Have you heard
a
it?
wish your heart makes. Yeah, I think you played that for me.
It, like I cry every time. It's
Should we play it and wait till you start crying on camera?
man, it's so good.
Heck yeah, boy.
You just go through his discography. It's really pretty. He
He
released
released an album on his discography. Listen to his discography to see what he released.
He released.
She's broken.
I'm choking my spit. Hold on. Excuse me while I drink my beverage, which is water.
Are you sure? Taylor's lit right now. Super drunk.
Taylor's rarely lit.
Yeah.
She's rarely even like on pilot mode.
You're just on off all the time. You're like, I'm literally always
Like-
powered down.
I go out to bars and I'm like, oop, light my pilot. Just a sip of alcohol. Just a little blue flame.
Did you say light my pilot?
Yeah.
Hashtag light my pilot. That sounds
God damn it, I hate
special.
myself.
Come on, baby. You know light my candle from Rent? Only it's light my pilot
Did
by
you
Taylor.
watch Rant Live? No. Apparently it was good.
I heard mixed things. I didn't care about it
I
because
didn't
like
either. I haven't seen Rent since I was like 8. Which,
I mean, I love Rent. I really like it a lot. But I saw somebody bring up a good point. They're like, you're casting this based on notoriety, not on talent. Which, okay, yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, like, not that, like, Vanessa Hudgens and Idina Menzel aren't, like, good. Like, Idina Menzel was in
Frozen.
Rent. And Frozen. But,
And
yeah.
Wicked.
And Wicked.
They're doing Frozen too. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah.
Cool.
Did you see?
What Frozen is made? Why it was made?
Because they thought Walt Disney
Frozen's
Betty.
Yeah.
Anyways, as I was trying to say before I died,
He released it.
he released an album in 2018 called "Can't Wake Up."
Can't wake up.
Wake me up as I can't wake up. It's more like electric than his previous stuff. He uses like an electric guitar rather than acoustic guitars, but he uses both. It sounds good.
Do you want to tell me the difference between electric and acoustic, Taylor?
Like electric, it's more like wow than like ding 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 ding.
So you remember
Hit that whammy bar.
Yeah, I was about to, do you want to hear a fun story? So the song "Should I Stay or Should I Go," right?
Mm-hmm.
I can play it on expert mode on Rock Band.
I can get 100% on vocals on Danny California.
Oh, nice. I used to try to. I would make my sister hold the microphone and I'd try to play an instrument and sing at the same time, and she would just be like,
I didn't even ever sing. I would just go. Because you don't actually have to say the words. You just have to match the bar with the note that you're singing.
"Yeah, you're right.
And not even the notes, more like volume.
You should put that on your performance resume."
I just might.
Yeah. Well, okay. If you had to make a performance resume, what would be on it? The talent show,
Talent show.
the Rock Band thing.
Rock band. We hit over 1 million points once playing Coheed and Cambria on Rock Band.
Okay.
And
Nice.
I did vocals for that.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
we got over 1 million points on that one. So that goes on there.
This probably.
I suppose this. I think that's it. I think
That's pretty banging.
Pretty much
That'd
exhausts
that
my.
would get you some jobs. Probably some acting jobs. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that Chris casts me in his movie.
I'm
Better
sure
cast
he
me,
will.
bitch. He already asked me to be in it. I was like, sure. My performance resume consists of. I performed as Eliza Hamilton in my car on the way home once. So that was pretty cool.
You don't know that. I'm sorry.
You're okay. That one time I was Stevie Nicks over there.
That's true. That was a good one.
That's it. I've
Okay.
never performed anywhere else.
Ow.
Ow.
Do you have anything else to say about
Oh.
Shakey Graves?
There was only one song that I didn't love.
Yeah.
I don't love.
Did
you see me just? I just yanked on this and like.
I didn't see it. I heard it. Though.
I don't love the Nashville one, the Nashville Star one. The vocals are good. I liked the vocals a lot.
I like when she goes.
I like when she goes, and I. Taylor hates me. She hates me so much.
You're making my eye twitch a lot today.
That's my only goal in life. My only goal.
Christ.
Yeah, it just like it pushes. I don't love like bluegrass country stuff, and it pushes that.
It's real bluegrass.
It pushes it a little too far over the line for my personal taste, but that's it. The vocals are really good.
It makes
on
sense.
Yeah. It fits on the
considering
album.
The context of the song.
Yeah, it does. It's about being a Nashville star, so like that's what they.
Yeah. There's lots of banjo. Would you stop?
I can't. I cannot.
Oh man. Well, you guys, you
Ooh, that
can
was
find us
gross.
on Twitter, and also Instagram, and also Facebook, and also YouTube,
Google.
and Spotify, and
Should we make a Patreon?
Anchor. No one will pay for this, ever.
You're right. I wouldn't even, and I make it.
People wouldn't give us 50 cents for us to put a picture of our big toe on a Facebook page.
You're right. Do you remember when I tried to make Luke eat that ketchup packet?
Yeah.
I forgot about it, and then he asked me, he's like, "You saw that ketchup packet?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "Well, how am I gonna get a Den Pop now?" I think he was actually gonna eat the packet.
Just not at the party.
No.
Oh.
No, well, I said, and he goes, "Ask me in private."
Good Lord.
Eat the Luke. And then I got in his fridge and I got out the whole ketchup bottle. And he's like, no, because then you're going to make me eat way more than a packet's worth. I'm not doing that. I want him to have to eat the watery stuff. That'd be really funny.
Yeah, you were like, I'm going to put this in my pocket upright so that the oils go at the top.
Yeah.
God.
All right. That's it. What are we doing next week? We forgot to talk about that.
Next week, we're doing Living Room by Lawrence. It's a brother-sister duo, and their music sounds like Not From Now, and I like it a lot.
Should we record it in my living room? That's the most poorly lit thing in the entire world.
Your living room is so dark.
It's awful. This is why I have seasonal depression.
Check out our Friday Faves playlist. I have seasonal depression all year round.
I do, honestly. I will just look out my bedroom window and just be like, I'm so loud, Jesus.
There was an episode of Broad City where Ilana, do you ever watch Broad City? Ilana is the curly-haired one, and she's going through seasonal depression, and she has one of those lights, the happiness lights.
My mom has a light.
And she takes it to work with her, and she goes into the back room, and she's like, come on, work. And then she like goes back out, and then she'll like just mid-sentence while talking to somebody just turn really bitchy. It's really funny. And then she'll go back, and then by the end of the episode, the whole room is like covered in tinfoil, and then she's got like multiple LED lights just hung everywhere, and she's like, come on,
me.
Work. And she's like burning. It's really funny.
You know when you're like, I have seasonal depression, and then it gets sunny and nice outside, and you're like, I have regular depression.
Yep, I know that one.
So can I bare my soul on this podcast for a minute?
You're
I just
more
want you all to know that I have to go to an anxiety class. That is a real thing that I am going to be doing.
Ugh.
The first one's on Valentine's Day.
Good.
Nothing sets the mood quite like an anxiety class.
Let me light this big old anxiety candle to really turn you on.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Luke's probably going to pick me right up from it, and I'm going to be like, that was misery.
Yeah.
And my counselor was like, you don't have to like share anything, but they might, ask you to talk about your symptoms. I'm like, that's sharing. I don't want to talk about my symptoms.
You're like, hi,
sometimes I feel like I'm going to puke out my heart.
You're like, hello, I can't order coffee anymore.
Do you want to hear the coffee story? Should I tell them the coffee story?
I don't know if you told them, but it's my favorite thing.
I'm going to, if I told you, I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell you again. So,
I think that we started the outro of the podcast.
It's fine. It's fine. So I'm at Dunkin' Donuts, and on the thing it says we are out of caramel syrup. No, we are out of. Yes, this says out of caramel syrup. So I was like, that's fine because I don't get caramel coffee. So I ordered a vanilla iced coffee, just coffee and a little bit of vanilla syrup in it, and that is all. And she's like, oh, we're out of vanilla, and I was like, I guess you're out of caramel too, huh? Being funny.
Yeah.
And she's like, yes. So that joke did not land. And then, which it wasn't even a joke, it was just me stating a fact.
Yeah.
And so she's like, we have like this vanilla bean. And I'm like, okay, like that's fine. And so he starts putting it in, and it said French, how it has like the pumps and then however many pumps of vanilla. It said 23 pumps of French vanilla. And I was like, that's too many.
That's an entire cup.
That will kill me
syrup.
probably. And so they're like, oh no, we just put that so that we know how many, like we know that it means vanilla bean instead. We don't have a button for that. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
So then they make me a latte, an iced latte with milk, like regular milk. And I do not drink that. That's gross.
You also didn't get a latte.
I didn't order a
just got
latte.
coffee.
There was no milk involved at any point. And I said, and they set it down, and I didn't take it. And the lady who took my order comes over, she goes, this is yours. And I was like, no, it's not. I ordered an iced coffee. She goes, no, when I said vanilla bean, this is what I meant. And I'm like, that's a whole different order. That's not what you meant. She's like, no, this is yours. And she was like getting really rude with me. And I was like, I ordered a vanilla iced coffee. She goes, you ordered this. And I went, okay, that's fine, okay. And I just took it, and then I was about to cry because this lady had been ever so slightly rude to me.
Well, if that was me, I would say to that woman, I understand that this is what you rang in, and this is what I paid for, but this is not what I verbally ordered to you. This is not at all what I asked for. Mm-hmm. So no, this is not my order. Please take this back and make me a new one. Mm-hmm. And she would have been like, well, and I would have been like, no, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, so I'm at the point in my life where everything that happens to me is the end of the world. Yeah. So I took it, and then I was in the car, and I was like freaking out. And I was like, was I rude to them? I was rude to them. I was so rude to them. And my roommates were like, they forced this coffee upon you. Yeah. You were not rude to them. All you said was, okay, that's fine. I'll just take it. That's all I said. Yeah. I don't even know if I said I'll just take it. It's a fever dream to me. I don't really remember what happened. Yeah. But I ended up just going to Starbucks instead because I was trying to drink it. I'm like, this tastes delicious. I love milk. Ew. I love straight up milk.
Frothy pus. Great.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Ugh. Nasty. Ugh. Have a musical Monday.
That's it. Yeah.
You guys.
That's my story. We'll see you later.
We're not talk about anything anymore.
We're not.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. And scene. Still like